So good morning, boys. The time is 7:10 a.m. 7 in the morning, and I've just finished up pretty much my morning routine. We've got up at 5:55 like I do every single morning, made my bed, done my morning push-ups, been for my morning walk, 30-minute walk, and had a cold shower. And I've just finished off journaling, and I've come out in my car today. It's super wet and windy, so miserable outside this morning. Right, still getting everything done regardless. But I jumped into my car this morning. I wanted to record it on my phone, but it was too wet and windy when I was out on my walk. So I'm on my walk. I leave the house at sort of about 6:20 in the morning. And at the same time, every single morning, I find myself bumping into this guy, right? And he's out, I'm out on my walk, and we always pass each other at the same part, in the same place, same spot every single day. And we say morning to each other. And considering the conditions this morning, wet, windy, miserable, I wake up in the morning, I look outside, I don't fucking want to go out for a walk, right? But I'm doing it regardless. I'm bumping into this guy every single day, no matter the conditions. And he passes this one morning. And so I say to him, I go, Hyrox, marathon, triathlon. So anyway, he turns around to me and he goes, I'm just running. Just running. Every single day without fail, this guy is going for a run, no matter the conditions, at the same time every single day. I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome, right? The fact that it's only me and him every single morning, despite the conditions, despite what is going on, maybe in our personal lives, with our career, business, we're always finding the time and the place to prioritize ourselves first thing in the morning. And the fact that it's only ever me and him up at that time in the morning says everything that you need to know right now, right? It is so fucking easy to beat the competition nowadays. So easy. It's only me and him up in the morning. Everybody else is in bed. You're in bed at that time, dreading about getting up. You're in a deep sleep because you don't want to get up in the morning and face your day and face your troubles. Right, but I remember when I used to be that guy. I used to be that kid where I didn't want to face the next day, right? And I would end up going to bed super late at night and trying to get as much sleep as possible. And I'd wake up at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, way after I've done so many things that I do now that helps move the needle every single day. But I would wake up at the same, like, different times every single day. Sometimes 8 o'clock, 9, 10, maybe even half 10, 11 o'clock sometimes, right? But I used to fucking dread the day. I used to be such a bitch about it, right? I never had no purpose. I had no real reason to jump out of bed in the morning and face my day ahead. I had no real purpose, no goals, nothing to look forward to in the morning. I didn't like my life. I wasn't confident. I had no structure. I had no future goals that I wanted to work towards. And that made me lie in bed. That made me snooze my alarm for a couple of hours every single day. I had no real reason, nothing that got me excited in the morning that made me want to jump out of bed and go and attack the day, right? But that all changed for me when I stopped being a bitch and I set out a morning routine. I set out the purpose and I had some sort of fucking structure and real reason to jump out of bed. Now, the fact that this guy is waking up every single morning like me, and he's just going for his run, he's doing his morning routine without fail. Not because he has an end goal, not because he's working towards something. I asked him, is he doing a Hyrox? Is he doing a marathon? Because a lot of the time, that is the only reason that people will get up and go about their goals, right? That is the only reason they'll go about their day and want to become better and do something. But the fact that me and this guy see each other every single day without fail at the same time, at the same spot, is because we're obsessed with becoming a better version of ourselves. We're not doing it to drop body fat, build muscle, work towards a competition. We're doing it because we're obsessed with who we're becoming in the process, and we are so into our own self-development, and we just want to become better people. We want to become more confident, handsome, right? We want to become fitter, stronger, but also we do it because we want to give ourselves some fucking self-respect. We want to wake up in the morning and not feel like a bitch. We want to feel like we're going somewhere in life. Right, dropping body fat, building muscle, becoming stronger. Yes, that's a goal to work towards. But on a deeper level, how is that helping you in your life? How is that helping you become a better man? Because a lot of people, they'll get into shape and they'll just lose it a few weeks later. They'll get into the best shape of their life, and then they'll just go back into their old habits, which comes from lack of sleep, which comes from waking up late, right? These bad traits is what leads to people putting it back on and not being the person they want to be. If you're obsessed with your own self-progression, right, your own self-identity and becoming a better version of yourself, the results will come as a byproduct. But the thing is that you're too obsessed with the end result that it never comes, or it can never stay. Because if you really want to become that person who maintains the results, who is super confident, who has the confidence to go ahead and pursue new challenges, to go ahead and become the person who you say you want to be, you've always wanted to be, that will come, but only if you become obsessed with the person that you are becoming in the moment. It's never going to come if you're always focusing on the end result. This guy is waking up every single morning at the same time and going for his run. He's doing the hard task in the morning. He's proven to himself that he's worthy of something. He's proven to himself that he is capable of so much, and that he can defeat that inner voice within his own head, that inner bitch that tells him to snooze his alarm, that tells him to go back to sleep, right? He's defeating that inner bitch inside of his own head. And that is exactly the reason that I wake up in the morning, right? And I go about my day, and I always make sure I have my 5 non-negotiables done. So I wake up in the morning, I make my bed, I do my morning push-ups outside in the garden, no matter the weather. I did it this morning, 50 push-ups. Then I go for my walk, right? So that is a 20 to 30 minute walk. A lot of the time now it's 30 minutes, and I'll always make it a little bit harder as I go along. Then I come back, I take a hot to cold shower, and then I do my morning journaling. And then that is my 5 tasks done, and I'm ready to attack the day. I've increased my positive vibration. And now I'm a higher frequency to when I woke up, and I'm ready to crack on my day. I've earned that self-respect. I've eaten the frog, and I've done the thing that is now gonna make me want to crack on my day, and I'm now fucking ready to attack the day. Now, you're not getting anywhere in life because you wake up in the morning, you hear your alarm, you snooze it, and then eventually when you do wake up, you scroll on TikTok because your dopamine levels are all over the place. They're so messed up that you go on your phone, you scroll on TikTok, Instagram, looking for that little bit of quick dopamine because, quite frankly, you don't enjoy your life, right? You have no real reason to crack on and find these new challenges and actually want to progress. But you wake up in the morning, you snooze your alarm, you scroll on TikTok, right? And the first thing you'll do is you go downstairs, and then again, you want that quick dopamine, right? So you have some cereal, something that tastes good, something that makes you feel better in the moment. And then come 2 hours later, your hormones and your dopamine is so all over the place that you don't know what to do, right? You're so cracked, and your confidence is so low that you then go to your 9 to 5 and it crushes you. And then the best part of your day is getting home in the evening from work and just watching TV, watching Netflix, scrolling again. Like, get off your phone and look around you. Do something that makes you want to become a better person. Where do you want to be in 5-10 years time? Instead of just scrolling on TikTok, waking up in the morning, snoozing your alarm, do something that's going to make you feel good. Right, me and this guy are up every single morning without fail. We pass each other in the same place every single day, same location, because we're obsessed with the person that we're becoming. That is the identity shift. If you really did have goals that you wanted to work towards, if you really did have a life that you can vision in the future, you would be waking up at the same time every single day. Now listen, this does take some time. I'm not saying you can just click into it overnight. But if you can start to bring these habits into your life, if you can write down everything that you want to fucking achieve in life, right? And you can work towards these goals each and every single day, one at a time. I'm not saying you have to overhaul your entire life overnight, because quite frankly, that's quite unrealistic. If you're going from 9-10 in the morning, waking up, and then just going to a 5:55 wake up like I am, and going a complete dopamine detox, it's probably not going to work straight away. But the thing is that it all comes from, and this is where I came from specifically, it came from hitting rock bottom, right? It came to a point where I was just so stuck and sick of the life that I was living, right? With the bad habits, the smoking, the weed, the drinking, chasing vices, chasing women, just doing all these things that an insecure man does, because he's always looking for that escapism to get out of there, right? And there's a point for every single man where they do hit that point and they go, enough is enough. But it can take a lot. to realise that. It can take a lot to feel that. And trust me, there are days where I don't want to go up. I don't want to get out of bed. This morning, for example, it's so wet and windy, and I look at the sky and I'm like, oh, I don't want to get up. But then I remember the promises that I'm keeping to myself. If I want to become the person that I want to become in the future, and what I want to have, and what I want my life to live like, I realise that no matter the conditions, no matter what is going on in the external world, with the weather, with my feelings, that version of me, that 2.0 version of me, that 3.0 version of me in the future, does things for himself no matter what, right? He doesn't wait for a blue sunny sky to get out in the morning and go for his walk. He just gets shit done no matter what, right? And I can see with this guy, every single day that I pass him on the street, every single day, that he is getting up because he's proven a point to himself that he deserves a life more than he is currently living. And that is what I respect, and that is what will bring you a better life. It's not about, I want to get rich, or I just want to get a better body. If you really want those things, you've got to earn it. You've got to prove to God that you are worthy of that, right? And that is all going to start from getting up in the morning and treating yourself with some self-respect. Proving to yourself and God himself that you are capable and worthy of more in your life. Okay, obviously you need to be grateful with what you have, but you need to be working towards more and prove that you're worthy of that. Because if you just wish for it, how is that ever going to fall into your lap? How is that ever going to come into your life? The thing that I am working towards, and the reason that I do get up in the morning, is because I'm proving a point to myself. I want to become a better human being, and I'm obsessed with my own self-progression and my own client's self-progression. This is something that we always implement within my coaching to help you become that 2.0 version of yourself, to help you become the person, the man that you're always destined to be. Because if you just go to the gym and eat clean, yes, you may look better and you might feel a little bit more confident, but where is that going to get you long term? Because a couple of bad habits and a couple of bad days can just pull you back to the exact place that you were in before. But if you can form these habits into your life and cement them into your life, and it is part of your self-identity, then long term, it's going to get you much further. All right, the byproduct of what we do, getting up in the morning, the non-negotiables, the diet, the training, pushing yourself each and every single day, obsessed with becoming better. The byproduct is six-pack abs, the physique, the respectable physique, attracting women, right? Not chasing them. If you want the things in life, you have to attract. But anyway, the time is 7:30 now. I'm recording this video for nearly 20 minutes, but we're gonna go home. I've done everything I need to this morning. Well, first of all, the morning routine is done. I'm ready to attack the day. We're gonna do some client work, some content, and then we're gonna hit the gym, train some chest, and then a little bit more cardio, and then we're gonna seize the day. Make sure that the needle is moved once again. Another successful day. All starts with a successful morning.